If there's a light in front of me, I swear that I can't see it.
Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing
Where
well.
will
Well,
I
today is December
find
5th,
my way
2024, and I'm
back
here to do
home?
a chit chat. I want to share some things with you guys. I want to talk to you guys, just talk about things that are going on, and I want to talk about December, what I'm doing already. Today's December 5th, and what I've already been doing. And I kind of started this in November, but I'm already really how I'm using December. Okay, I want to talk about that. Okay. I was going to do Vlogmas. If you guys remember I shared that in one of my videos that I really was trying to set myself up to do this, Vlogmas this year. But a lot of it would depend on what I can get done in November because I had a lot going on, and we'll talk about that. But I realized, you know what, I am still working on things. I need December to be still setting myself up for 2025. And so that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what I'm doing here in December, what's been going on in my life. And then YouTube, talk about YouTube as well. So I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, though. I really do. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. You guys, I had an amazing Thanksgiving. I really, really did. I had all four of my kids, rather. I had all four of my kids, which is not an easy thing to do. It really, really isn't. Now that almost all of them are working, and my son being in the medical field, there's no guarantee he would have got Thanksgiving off and things like that. So it worked out, and I had four of my children and I had both grandkids with me here, and it was so nice, so nice. So I couldn't ask for a better Thanksgiving, honestly. I really, really couldn't. My grandbaby's mom was also here, and it was just nice to talk to her, spend time with her. I hadn't had that opportunity to really do that. And I mean, we've talked and things like that. Yes, of course, she's been here, of course. But I don't know. There was a moment where it was just her and I sitting on the couch, and we were just talking. Um, and I loved my granddaughter was just having fun with Savannah and Evan, and I don't know, it felt so good. It just felt amazing to have my family here, my little nucleus family here, and I got to hold my grandson. I said, "You guys get whatever you guys want to eat." We had ordered some tamales and things like that, and so they had brought some like street tacos, so all the meat was done, and they just warmed up the tortillas because I just held my grandson. So he's 2 months old now, and so all he does is sleep, you guys. All he does is sleep. He just whimpers when he's hungry, so they have to let him be really hungry so that he can cry, because otherwise he'll just And so she's like, no, I need him to like cry. So she has it ready though. She has it ready for him. And so the bottle, so I fed him and everything. So I'm just telling you, I just had an amazing Thanksgiving. It really, really was so blissful. It really, really was. And then my grandbaby ended up staying the night. And so I had her for the weekend and things like that. So it was nice. It was really, really nice. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the video. I'm going to put a link right here to a video that I did about, what is it now, maybe 3 months ago. One of my latest videos that I really kind of gave a big sort of summary of things that I've been working on in therapy and things like that when it comes to my online selling and my goals for weight and things like that. So it kind of gives a big overview of the things that I bring onto YouTube. It was like a big update on the subjects that I bring on here onto YouTube. So I encourage you to watch that because it kind of might fill in a little bit of the blanks as I talk here. But what I want to do is I want to talk about December. This is what I want to do today is I want to talk about what's been going on, what I've been doing. So if you guys remember, well, I'm an online seller. I resell. I find things in thrifts and bin stores. I arbitrage as well. So I sell things that I find at retail stores and things like that. eBay, I've been doing this since 2012 with eBay, and Posh, I've been doing it since 2018. But you know what? 3 months ago now, I decided to go into my store and really, really revamp it, work on my online business the way I've always wanted to. And a lot of that has to do, or the ability that I have to do that now is where I'm at in my life, what I worked on in therapy, the healing, the understanding in different aspects of my life, that the understanding that I have but mainly the understanding and the healing that I'm doing within myself. And so my focus and my goals and the excitement that I have day to day is there. It's there, and I haven't had that for several years. So back to just where I'm at mentally, one of the things that I did was I went into my business. I have it downstairs. This is where I have it. Mainly, it's downstairs in the dining room area. And I said, okay, let's do this. I have a bunch of stuff on eBay. 537 items on eBay. About 300 items on Posh at the time. Anyway, at the time, about 3 months ago. And I said, let's do this. And so I faced a lot of things. I faced a lot of realities when it came to that. But one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to touch each and every one of those items that were on eBay first. The 300 items that I have on Posh it's because I cross-list them. I put them up first on eBay and then I cross-listed them over to Posh. I went into 537 items and it was such an undertaking, and I finally finished. I finished the weekend before Thanksgiving. I finished going through each and every item. As of right now, I have about 497 items, and that's because everything's been selling, or not everything, but things have been selling. Now, 10 items is what I pulled off myself. I pulled it off. I no longer want to carry it on my online stores. And so I pulled it off. But the rest have been selling, and I have about 497. Plus I've been listing, and then they will sell. And then so it's been really, really good. All the changes that I've made when it comes to everything that's on eBay now is exactly how I want it, except let me just talk about this really, really quick. When I first started eBay back in 2012, I started everything as an auction. I wanted everything was an auction, right? Based. I didn't do buy it now. And so there's a couple of things that I kind of put to the test. So there are these sweaters, Christmas sweaters, okay, that I've had for about, I don't know, it's one of the oldest things that I've had. So at least since 2019, because that's the oldest that I've had on my store. And there's only a few. And this is one of those things. And I remember my mom and I bought these sweaters. I remember we went to Kohl's, and this was off season. And so they had them marked down to like $1.98 or something. And I bought a whole bunch, and some of them sell throughout the years, but I have these remaining. There's like 4 or 5. And so what I did was in November, I was able to modify them and fix them and do all the fixings that I needed to do. And so what I did was I ran a sale. I ran a 50% off sale. Okay. And they weren't selling. They weren't selling. That nobody was looking at them. Nobody was selling them, or they weren't selling or anything. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go old school. I'm going to run these at auction. And so what I did was I ran them at $3, okay, auction to start. And I gave it a buy it now price of $12. And so I said, okay, and I ran them for 10 days. And believe it or not, they've sold except for one. Except for one, it's not really a Christmas sweater, but except for one has not sold. The rest have sold that I tested it on. And so what I'm going to do, I decided to do, in fact, today, this is what I need to do, is I'm going to now take other articles of clothing that have been sitting there for a long time. I'm going to run them on auction. And because I know what I paid for them, because I always write down the cost, I'll just make sure that I start the auction with maybe $2 to $3 up, so that this way I cover myself. But yeah, it worked, and they're gone. They're gone. They're finally gone. So I'm so excited. And right now, I just feel like my store, it feels good to have everything set up exactly the way I want it. And now all I got to do is change from buy it now to auction, and that's an easy thing. So really quickly, for the month of December, what I want to do is, what I've been doing is setting myself up for 2025. And what do I mean? I still got Posh that I need to fix, and that's going to be a little bit easier. It's going to be done in increments. I have 300 items, but it's more mainstream. It's more not mainstream, but it's more streamlined. So that'll be fine, but it's going to take me a good month to do that. I'm working into the inventory items that, I have that I've had for totes, and I've never put them online. And so in the month of December, I'm going to be working on that. And also those things are going to be moved into my closet now. That's where I'm going to be housing those items. I have a lot of space in there. It's a walk-in closet, and that's where they're going to go. So they've already started being moved upstairs. I only have a couple of more things downstairs, but I'm working on my closet. And what I'm going to do is then I'm going to take a tote, and I'm going to be working on that tote. And I said, okay, this is going to go online. This is not going to go online. This is going to go online. And what's not going to go online, it's going to be sold outside and by other venues. I'm going to do that. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do for December. So there's that. The other thing that I need to do is I need to work on this area. This area has become for me my second office, if you will. It's where I do a lot of the work. Downstairs in the dining area is where I do all the photographs, I do all the measuring, I do all the shipping, and I house everything that's on in their bags, numerically labeled, and I have everything downstairs. And so it looks cleaner, it's more streamlined. I go in, if there's a task I need to do, it's there. Up here is where I do all the listing now. It's where I house all my inventory, is where I get things ready. And it's where I run sales. It's where I answer questions. It's where like I said, I'm going to be moving things from buy it now to auction style today. I'm going to be working on that. And so my area right here is shared by my makeup table. It's where I do my videos for the most part. And it's where I do my editing for my videos for YouTube. Like I said, my listing. And it's my makeup. It's where I house my makeup. So I have this Alex drawer and I have an Alex drawer here. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting both of these sections up, one for my makeup and one for supplies and things that I need. Also up here, I'm going to be working on better lighting, stationary lighting. I have an external monitor that I work off of because my laptop's monitor is not working well. So I had to buy an external monitor, which I ended up buying at a thrift store for like $5. It's a Hewlett Packard one, and it works really good. It's good. It's nice and wide. And so I need to be able to fix this up a little bit is what I'm saying. So for the month of December, what I decided to do was work on also these things, but also prioritizing my day. So for December, what I'm doing is prioritizing my day. You know, for the first time, you guys, I really feel like I get up every day, and especially now that this undertaking when it came to eBay is all done. That's done. That was oh my God, that had me going from morning to night, morning to night, morning to night. But that's all done. And I feel like now I can really work on, okay, Mondays I'm going to do this, Tuesdays I'm going to do this, Wednesdays I'm going to do this, because I also want to work out. I also, like I said, I want to do my YouTube videos, and I can't do everything every day. So I feel like I can plan better my days. So that's what I'm working on in December, is really planning out my days and figuring out what works for me finally. Now, I know this is things that people do every day. In fact, I watch this lady who has her week pretty much planned out. And oh, talk about inspiration. She gets up at 4 in the morning, sometimes at 5. And it's just like, okay, what do I have to do for today? And it's like boom, 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 boom. You know, is it a sourcing day? And if it's a sourcing day, a lot of times she goes like hours out from where she lives because she does estate sales. She shops there. So she already has it all planned out. And then she's on the road like 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 4:30 in the morning. But she's a 6-figure seller. And so, you know, I want to work up to those things, hopefully. You know, I'm there. I really am. But for December, that's what I'm doing. I'm setting myself up. And so doing Vlogmas for December, I just felt like it was going to be too much. You know, one of the things that I asked myself at the beginning of December was, what is my priority? What are my priorities? You know, because like I said, I don't know if I mentioned, but after I finished with the main project when it comes to eBay, I was sort of running my day like, well, I think I'll list today. Well, you know, I kind of was doing that, but I was working, but it was just sort of, you know. And, you know, I said, you know what? I find myself either I work through on my online store all day. And then by the time the evening comes, I don't want to work out. You know, I'm drained. I really am. Working on a computer all day is draining. And the goal is eventually I would only want to work 5 hours on my store because I have a house to clean. You know, I still got my chores to do, family. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to spend 8 hours, 9 hours on my online selling. I mean, the point of selling online really is to try to put your own hours, right? And have the things that are making you that revenue. Those are goals of down the line. But for right now, yeah, I got to put in a lot of hours because I feel like I'm working backwards a little bit. And so one of the things that I asked myself was, what is your priority? What are the priorities? You got to prioritize, Laura. You got to do this. You have a lot of focus. You have a lot of determination. You got some goals. So what are your priorities? And I said, my health is still at the top of that. So movement. I find that I don't move because I'm so drained from working all this. But in December, that's what I want to do. I want to schedule my movement. I want to say, okay, you either get up really, really early and do it and get up early, or you have to stop at a certain time so you can work out at night. So strength training, belly dancing, those are at the top that I want to do. The other thing I want to do is there are days that I can already see where I need to have food already in there. For example, the other day, I knew I was going to be out and I made deviled eggs. I made 12, so it was 24. I made those. And between my son, Aiden, who's a ketovore as well, and myself, and yeah, my other kids had some too, but it was my son was like, "Oh, mom, you got to keep these in the refrigerator. This is so good." Like he'll take like 5 with him to work sometimes. So, things like that, have things in there already ready. So planning, meal planning, and prep where I need to. So my health, everything that has to do with my health has to be at the top because I really want to get to 145 by the time July 5th comes around. By the time July 5th, I want to be 145. It's a goal. It's a goal. And I really think I can do this. I got the focus and I think I could do it. Let's go ahead and talk about my weigh-in. So I'm going to run through this really quick because I got to go pick up my little guy here in about 5 minutes. I got to leave. So the last time we talked, I think when it comes to my weigh-in, I believe it was November 8th, I came in at 183. And that's when I said, I need to just get back on it. Just get back on it. And so I did. I weighed myself on November 17th. I don't think I've mentioned that. I don't think I have. Maybe I did a video, but I don't know. Anyway, I weighed in at 181.2. So that was a 1.8 pound loss. And then I weighed myself on November 24th, which I came in at 182.2, which is an up 2 pounds. This is all inflammation, you guys. This is all inflammation. That's all this is. And then I weighed myself on Sunday. This is the Sunday after Thanksgiving. And so I came in at 179.4. That's a 2.8 pound loss. Again, inflammation, but I feel really, really good because one of the things that I've done is, and I don't know if the video went up, I'm not sure, because I have made videos, they just didn't get edited, was the caffeine. One of the things that I had mentioned in a video, I don't know if it got put up, but was that I needed to reduce my caffeine. And you guys, I've been doing it. And I feel so much more energy, believe it or not, during the day. And I don't feel bloated. I don't feel my belly always extended. So I have brought down my caffeine intake. I have, and I'm going to continue to keep bringing it down to maybe once a day. And what I drink is the Zivias, which is supposed to be a healthier alternative to the soda. But it does have natural flavoring and things like that. So, but still, I was drinking way too many. I don't think I am ever going to say how much I would drink. It was a lot. So for the month of December, I hope to bring you more videos, more day-to-day videos, but that's just kind of like what December is for me. It's a setup month. It's, I'm going to be ordering some supplies, some equipment, fixing this up here, and continue going into my inventory and putting myself up on a schedule, learning how to do that, get myself on a schedule day to day. I've always wanted to do that, and I really feel like I'm here now. I can do it. Okay, my friends, that is it. I gotta get off of here because I gotta go pick up my little guy. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Look out for those videos and more to come. More to come, you guys. I will talk to you all very soon. Take care. Bye.